So one of the things I do, I use absorbent ground on my canvas once in a while. And if you notice how light, how sunk in things are, that's the absorbent ground. It just kind of sucks everything into the canvas, makes for nice feathery stuff. Well, that's good for a while, but I build paint too much for that to really, when I'm in that mood, when I'm wanting it to be a little bit more thicker and layered. So there's nothing else on here but the absorbent ground. I haven't put any other texture. It's cracked a little down here, which is okay. Cracking isn't necessarily a bad thing because I still can't remove it, as you see. I try to remove it, it doesn't remove. So that's really the only texture I've gotten. And I think this is just the way the paint separated when I used it. Yeah, I think that's just paint drying in little ridges. So on this one, I think I'm going to use a brush. A few different brushes, and I'm going to use my heavier body paint. So we're just going to lay some color with the palette knife out. I'm getting too caught up in detail. When I'm looking too much at a photograph, I tend to get very caught up in the detail. And getting things just so. This is one of the reasons I moved to abstract in the first place, was so that I wouldn't continually be caught up in the detail and not just let my emotions and expressions get into my painting. That's my goal, is to get away from having to look exactly like something. I'd rather people look at it and go, oh, I see a face in it. Just a little bit for light. It's a little clogged, that happens. Come in with some of that Jenkins green. Where'd you go, Jenkins? I thought I brought you over here. You did not. All right. I'm going to take that back. I'll go with green gold. This is another one that's very transparent. And this is a little drier than new bottle. So I've had this one for a little while. I can't see with the reflection what's going on up here. Get some blue. And this one. Okay, so this is kind of pastel-y. It's your sky blue. I know I say I don't like working in pastel, but skies are different. A lot of clouds in that picture. So that's going to be fun to do. Get out my... And I got touches of gray. Way down. This has a really nice diagonal in the composition, so I'm hoping I can keep that sense. And now I'm not looking at the picture at all. I'm just moving paint. This is a very thick canvas. It's like a 2-inch heavier one, 2-inch sides. Okay, get more over here. So since I'm using such thick paint, that absorbent ground thing is pretty much going to be history. But I might add a little water, see what happens. I think I talked about experimenting, but I don't think anything's wrong in painting. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, oh well, you try again. I kind of let the paint do it what it wants to do. I manipulate it, yes, but I trust in the process. There are times when I'm finished with a piece and I look at it and I go, how the heck did I do that? I can't redo them. They're impossible to recreate. I get close, but I can't recreate. Even looking at a photograph. Even if I'm totally realistic in the photograph, copying the photograph, they still change. All right, well I got something going on, but I'm not seeing sky yet. So let's I think I have a different blue. That was the funky here. Let's try this one. All right. a little bit, so let's kind of move it into my water. Actually, I say sky, it's a reflection of the sky and water. This is water. Maybe it doesn't look that way yet. This is a gray I mixed up. Get some darks. It's kind of got a purpleness to it, which is really good for darks. That green gold, and then I'm going to do some tree reflection. Let's do a little bit of this, put it here. Okay. So I think the bank goes all the way up into here. Okay, stop. Brush. Smooth some of this out. Water to be fairly smooth compared to the crazy shoreline. So let's see how we do that. All right, I am going to put some darker color. Get some of the trees. And what do I want to use to put this down? I think we'll use a brush. That's fairly. Right. So one of the things I also want to do with this piece is give it some contrast to define the shoreline. So using a dark like this will be very helpful to do that. brush strokes loose and lively. This is Jenkins green. Oops, there's a little. This is quite dry. Try to let things dry a little bit. No problem. It's a yummy dark green, forest green almost. Like a branch or something in there, but I might take a closer look and see what that was later. Let's get this. That. Get that later. Okay, and I think I'm gonna play with the sky a little and not a whole lot more. Maybe throw a little bit over here just to get some repetitive color. So I did this with a dry brush so that it also gave me some texture just by using it dry. But it's hard on the brushes when you do this, so the bristles. Okay, that away. Now back to my sky. Now that it's had time to dry a little bit, come back in with some gray. It doesn't need a whole lot. We can mix up a better gray than I mixed up last time, because that wasn't the best gray. This is a silver. I limit my use of metallics, but every now and then they're kind of fun to use. If you don't overdo them. They don't look too decorative. So, Nicotine gray. I'm gonna get my brush wet this time. I'm just gonna mix it over here on the side. All right, so what that is, put this away. And see what we can do. Okay, bring that green back. So let me do that with another thing. Let's try a little sap green. Mix up my green. little bit of that paint out so it's not so flat. You can sort of see through the water, or see through the reflection. Too much. A little bit here and get a little different color going in here just because. It's looking too flat. That was totally unexpected and I like it. I'm done. Done. Yeah, I think this is it. Hope you liked it, because it was a lot of fun. I'll see you on the next round.